we always have to rule out stress first. So oftentimes the problem is with stress, you have problems with new learning, short-term memory loss. That's the #1 and #2 characteristic for all forms of dementia, but it's also the #1 and #2 for stress. So we're going to rule that out first. Never take change as, oh, it's nothing. Check it out. So the moment that you think something is not feeling right, check it out. We have drugs that slow the progression. We don't have a cure for dementia. Oh, it's vital. Because residual memories remain intact. That's a whole, no new learning is actually possible. Almost no new learning is possible. Stage 6 on, mid-stage 6 on. But your residual memories are always there. And because they've resided in a home, for 50, 60 years, they know where everything is, and they're pretty much independent within the home. Therefore, we have a leg up in home health. We see them in their natural environment. We can change the environment to make it more conducive to them to maintain all those skills like walking, talking, being continent, bowel, and bladder, because that's all part of in natural aging. You don't lose that ability. You don't lose it in dementia. Often it's because we don't expect them to be able to do so, we take away. So we're finding that home health actually is probably the place to address it. And remember, for every 10 people diagnosed with dementia, 7 will never step foot for even 1 minute in any form of long-term care. The vast majority of people with dementia are in the community. We need to see them within 3 days of diagnosis. That's the goal. Well, actually, in the first stage, we cannot get a diagnosis of dementia because it mimics stress. You have to rule out stress first. So everybody in this country lives under stress. So it's how you deal with stress that's important. That's why I say everybody needs to be baselined with your doctor to find out how you deal with stress. But actually in the second stage, usually nobody knows because we have something called compensatory strategies that we've always used our entire life. Some people use lists. Those strategies are still working. As a result, people with dementia don't know they have dementia. People around them don't know. But the brain damage is occurring. So it's actually stage 3 where a person actually knows something is wrong. And usually they don't share with anybody. They don't tell the significant other, they don't tell their spouse, they don't tell their neighbors, they definitely don't tell their boss and their coworkers. These people have made it professionally, they're in the job they've always been looking for, they're having the most fun at work. But the problem is they can't multitask. They have to stick to one thing at a time, and yet they can pull it off. They're not telling their priests, rabbis, or ministers, or their doctor that something's going on. Again, it's been my mission for 33 years. Don't keep it to yourself. Check it out. Because if it is, the drugs will sustain you for a long time. Now when we go to stage 4, they're going to start saying there's one statement that you're going to hear in stage 4 that you won't hear in 5, 6, and 7. And that statement is, my memory's not what it used to be. When you hear that, you need to follow it up with a question. And if you're talking to someone with dementia, they're going to give you a very concrete response. I'm getting up 2 to 3 times a night to check the doors. If your coworker says, my memory's not what it used to be, and you say, what do you mean by that? They're going to give you a very nebulous response probably. I don't know, but it seems like when I was younger, I could remember things better. That's stress. That's vitamin B12. That's vitamin D deficiency. Check it out. In stage 5, the wonderful thing about dementia is the fact that in stage 5, nobody in stage 5 dementia knows they have a problem with their memory. They've been freed from the disease. Families have not been freed. Now families will say, not only is she confused, she doesn't know she's confused. The biggest thing in stage 5 to remember is although they look like we do, they dress like we do, they put on makeup, they carry their purses, all the trappings are present, glasses, hearing aids, dentures, they have actually about 5 minutes of new learning. They're always in the now. And if you wait them out 5 minutes, they start repeating themselves. That's what drives family members crazy. Why do you keep repeating? They don't know they've repeated. And so what we do is we really try to deal with the family saying, understand they're not doing it for any other reason than they don't know they've got. And please don't drag them into your reality. Enter theirs at this point. People in stage 4 want to talk about the future. They want to talk about, because they're concerned, what's going to happen as I progress with dementia. People in stage 5, because they have no idea anything is going on with them and they've been freed from the disease, they don't want to talk about it. Why do you keep telling me I've got a problem with my memory? This goes on and on. People in stage 6, the key thing to know is stage 6 is usually when therapy starts. Why? Because people fall in stage 6. And then physical therapy usually is the first to be contacted to come and look at falls. But understand that people in stage 6 actually have as much as a 90-second delay in processing, which means if you were to say to them, stand up, there might be as much as 90 seconds for them to understand what you just said before they'd initiate the task to stand. Most people won't wait 90 seconds, and as a result, we take away and we make them helpless very, very quickly. First rule, wait them out. You're going to find that even people in end-stage dementia, which is stage 7, still can follow a one-step command. Probably no facial expression, very few words, but they're still following the conversation. They're there, they're present. That's 7 stages.